got knocked out of that heat race.
I think all of us up here, Jeff, you too. I mean, I think all of us expect him to get some podiums this year. I like what he's about. He's worked for everything he's had. He's got a great opportunity, probably the best opportunity he's ever had.
Yep, I mean, he had a great qualifying effort, right? Got this Milk Honda ride, so big expectations. It's tough. And once again, he's in the LCQ.
And Josh Hill, how about that guy, Frody? I mean, you've battled through some amazing pain through your days.
Not like that, though. This is a separate situation that is really unique to his life, and it is really hard to understand how he feels right now inside that helmet.
Here we go, LCQ. Brayton trying to get the whole shot on the outside on the 10. Battling with the 83 of Partridge, and Partridge is going to get the whole shot. But Brayton is right there. Nick Way on the 27 is in the mix.
The Dodge Kawasaki boys, they have been all over the place today. Four-rider team in Partridge. Remember, he had such a good ride back at the Monster Energy Cup.
Tommy Hahn is in there as well, Fro, on the 32 bike.
It's going to be a tough LCQ right here. There's some fast guys in here. Some veterans that plan on being in that main event. So Partridge's going to have his hands full.
Yeah, and all these guys needing to make it to the main, especially a guy like Brayton, you know, factory Honda rider. You know, it's unacceptable to not be making the main. Oh, going to go for
and especially when your teammate is already hurt and not here, you've got to get one of those factory bikes in the main event at the season opener here at Anaheim. That Muscle Milk Honda team fully expects to be a contender all season long.
Yeah.
Well, and just behind them, you've got Tommy Hahn and Nick Way. And
Josh Hill. It is done for tonight. And we'll keep our fingers crossed for the best for Josh Hill. But boy, what a valiant effort.
So you can see they worked on the track a little bit there, Ricky. They took that rut out from going into the whoops. And let's see how these, see, it's a pretty good rut coming out of that finish line there too.
Yeah. It's gonna be brutal tonight in the main events. You know, this track digging deeper and deeper, and all these corners like this on the faces of the jumps, probably gonna get a little ruddy.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is when the track's a little one-line in spots, so you kind of funnel down into those ruts. And this is a real clay situation, you know, soil here. Those ruts get really whooped out. I mean, they get the acceleration bumps, and the rear shocks and everything on these Supercross bikes are so stiff. There's so much compression, so much rebound dampening. It just doesn't work good there.
Pass for the lead right there. Brayton takes it away from Partridge, and Nick Way still one spot out of the transfer.
Boy, that'd be a big story. Nick Way to make the main event here through this one. This is that section of the track where they just have to be so patient. Look how slow it is when they go over that signal. And then you make your turn and get back on the throttle and hammer and start to speed it up here around this section. It's got to feel great to get around here to the start area, Ricky.
Oh, it does.
Actually get the RPM up.
Yeah, a little break too.
Nick Way getting challenged by Tommy Hahn on the 32. These two battle.
Wow, nice pass by Tommy Hahn on Nick Way there. Nice, clean, aggressive pass, no bumping. Now he's got to set his sights on Kyle Partridge. He wants to put this thing in the feature tonight.
That's right. Partridge just in front of him.
Yeah, it's such an interesting track as you get into those tight sections where you're kind of blipping the throttle on the gas, and then you really have to get on the brakes. And,
Partridge went down, so there goes a transfer spot to Hahn right there.
And there goes his trip to the main event.
Yeah, and Mackey got by as well.
Those little inside ruts like that, see, and they groom that area. We'll have to see, Ricky, if his front wheel skips out. Now watch as he gets onto the inside.
I bet his front brake hits that. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, did you see the bike twitch?
Yeah, what happens is, on those insides right there, you can see where he fell down. You lean the bike over, and it hits the tough block there and grabs your front brake and squeezes it in, and down you go. It's very common to do that. You got to give yourself a little bit of room.
Yeah, and did you notice how when he fell down, he was down for so long? He has to be the tallest guy out there tonight.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I mean, his leg was so far under the bike, he couldn't get it back out.
Yep.
Let's see if he nails this triple here. It seems like he's been setting up for it.
Oh, he went
wheel tap.
Wheel tap.
Kind of getting the feeling for it. That's probably harder than just going ahead and manning up and jumping the whole thing. But you got to feel that if he felt confident that the 450 jumped over it like that, then he could probably just get on the throttle and triple out.
Brayton about 3.5 seconds in front of Hahn. Way about a second behind Tommy right now. Mackie Stroop in 5th.
Hey, this Tommy Hahn gets his 32 Honda in here. That's going to be I mean, he's privateer this year.
Yeah,
that'd be a big move.
He's doing this on his own.
Josh Hill, there is so much positive vibe around him with him just showing up ready to race tonight. And he had difficulties in his heat race with a crash, an injury. He tried to man up and battle through it in the LCQ, but Aaron, it was not to be. How is he doing now?
Well, guys, he is in a lot of pain, and the first thing that he said to us was, I am so sorry to disappoint everyone tonight. Josh, you put in such a hard effort this evening, such a disappointment. What do you do? Take us through the pain first off, and how you make a comeback physically and mentally from this.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, first turn crash, and I didn't realize how bad it was hurting, and as I rode it, just kept just shooting up my leg. Anytime I put pressure on it, it was just killing me. Then I stubbed it one more time in a rut, and the x-rays say it's not broken, but it hurts so bad to put any pressure on it. So I don't know, I'm going to go get an MRI and just see if I can come back for next weekend. It's a bummer deal, but I'm not going to give up. I mean, I've came this far, so I'm just going to keep plugging away.
Tough break today for Josh Hill.
Man, heal up, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, this sport is hard enough when you're in peak physical condition.
Right.
And when you're in a situation like that, and you're trying to apply all your weight to the right leg and let the left leg dangle, and then, like he said, he just stubbed it a little bit, put his foot down, and then that's difficult.
And there is just no moment of rest for these riders, except for when you're 70 feet in the air flying over a triple jump. Is even then, you've got weight on every part of your body holding on to that bike.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, and we want to see him back. It was a good ride for Brayton. Going to make it in. Factory Honda's going to have a bike in the main, which they should. And I still expect big things from him. This is one of the guys, he's very strong. He could come back. All it takes is a good start in this main event, and you're back in the game. So I'm not losing faith on him.
And he's in the main. He's working his way through the final sections to the checkered flag. Justin Brayton is going to the main tonight here in Anaheim. Tommy Hahn is going as well. Checkered flag for him.
T. Hahn, that was a solid ride there, doing what he has to do.
Good night for the Hahn brothers.
Yep, no doubt.
More racing coming your way from Anaheim, California live.
For the season.
Here's our Rocky Mountain keys of the race. We started with Jeff before. Ricky, why don't you go first?
I'm going to go with aggressive. I mean, if you want to win this race, you're going to have to be aggressive. You can't just ride around. And as stacked as the competition is tonight, you got to make something happen.
Yeah, man, what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to pick up the pace. I think whoever wins is going to be down sub 1 minute lap time. So let's see if somebody gets into 59s. You're going to be tripling out of that one turn over there in the rhythm. Here we go, finally.
The 2012 Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship season is about to start right here. Yeah, I know we've been racing, but this is where the points are on the line right now. Miss Supercross Diana Dahlgren leaves the straight. Here we go, live on speed, Monster Energy Supercross. The Nuclear Cowboys hole shot goes to the #1, Ryan Villapoto, the reigning champ, trying to win back-to-back Anaheim season openers.
Ivan Tedesco almost grabs that hole shot. He nudges out Chad Reed for second.
I can tell you who this isn't good for, and that's the man on the #7 Yamaha, James Stewart, because you do not want to give a guy like Ryan Villapoto a lead like this.
Yeah, Stewart's back maybe just inside the top 10.
We talked earlier this week. Oh, look at Dutchie getting aggressive, getting inside of Alessi.
Yep, that's Mike Alessi on the 800, who had a great start in his heat race, but not so much here in the main.
Stewart comes past the line in 9th. We'll see if he can pick up some spots because he's really good at being aggressive and brave on the first lap.
There's Brett Metcalf on the 24. He's just in front of Stewart, and Justin Blayton's right there as well on the 10. Bouncing back, coming through the LCQ.
Watch Stewart going to the outside. Let's see if he triples this. No problem.
Yeah, right over.
Did not hesitate.
Yeah, and he's setting up Metcalf already. Look at that.
Yeah, look how many guys he's passed on the first lap here.
That's going to put him into 6th already.
Not getting the start he wants, obviously. He is going to have to really pick it up here. No doubt about it.
I'm telling you guys, Villapoto is out front, and he is flying. Chad Reed's putting in some hot laps, and Stewart, who I really feel that for Stewart, by the way he spoke, that he was coming to Anaheim with a must-win mentality, right, Ricky? And that kind of sensed that.
Absolutely. He's becoming a veteran of the sport, and it's time that he live up to the expectation that obviously he has for himself.
Exactly.
And he hasn't won in 2 years a championship. It's time.
Well, and these are expectations that he has set. He said, I'm going after McGrath's record of 72 wins. Let's watch what happened here to Josh Grant.
Okay. Right here in the middle. Check him out. White gear, white and green gear. Watch as he comes through the whoops right here. Bike skips out on him a little bit and he slides down. Easy fall, but that's going to cost him quite a bit.
That's Jeff Ward's new team.
Lucky he didn't high side right there. Now look at this guy. He's making work happen right now. He is putting in extremely fast lap times, running a 1 minute, 0.4 lap. That's almost a second faster than anyone else on the racetrack. And what he is doing right now is he is trying to get as big a lead as he can, knowing that James will not be able to catch him or anybody else will try to pull away from 22 Motorsports' Chad Reed, so no one can catch him. And the guy looks like he's on rails right now.
Chad Reed is turning his best laps of the night also. Remember we talked earlier in the show about Chad has that ability to step it up. And even if he didn't start the day good, by the end of the night, he's always there.
13 times in 17 races last year, Ryan Dungey was on the podium. He has that final podium spot right now. And Tedesco and Stewart have a history. Yes. And here they go together right now, fighting over fourth. And Ivan's going to hang on with everything he's got for Kerry Hart right now.
Yeah, he does. You can see James kind of sits up right there. Going to take his time on this track. You really got to time